And viewers, it is day one of the winter session of Parliament. It's going to be a very short session with just 15 sittings. We as citizens expect that our representatives will take up issues. But just like the last session, it began on a stormy note. There were disruptions, there was sloganeering, walkouts, and even a dog involved. We'll come to that in just a bit. First, let's tell you what Prime Minister said. In his customary address on the first day of the session, which usually sets the tone, he said that this session is not just merely a ritual. He took a jibe at the opposition and said that whoever wants to do drama can do it. There should be delivery. The focus should be on policy, not slogans.
और मैं सोच रहा था बिहार के नतीजे इतना समय हो गया है तो अब थोड़ा संभल गए होंगे, लेकिन कल जो मैं बयानबाजी सुन रहा हूं उनकी, तो उसे लगता है कि पराजय ने उनको परेशान करके रखा है। ड्रामा करने के लिए जगह बहुत होती है, जिसको करना है करते रहें। यहाँ ड्रामा नहीं, डिलीवरी होनी चाहिए। यहाँ तो नारे नहीं, नीति पर बल देना चाहिए और वो आपकी नियत होनी चाहिए।
Now, the opposition hit back at the Prime Minister, saying that raising critical issues like special intensive revision of electoral rolls and air pollution in Delhi was not drama. Listen in.
I suggest that urgent issues like what you said, pollution, other issues, SIR, which are these are huge issues. Let's discuss them. What is Parliament for? Let's discuss them. Let them have a discussion. It's not drama. Speaking about issues, raising issues is not drama. Drama is not allowing discussion. Drama is not having a democratic discussion about issues that matter to the public.
What is the opposition raising in Parliament? They are asking the government to at least initiate a debate and discussion on SIR or electoral reforms. Do you think it's drama? If the Prime Minister or the BJP leadership or the one sitting at the helm of affairs in the government thinks that by raising the right questions for the people or raising people's voices is drama, then let people of the country see and answer them in the next election.
विपक्ष कभी ड्रामा नहीं करता। विपक्ष ड्रामा करने वालों को रोकता है कि आपने जो मैनिफेस्टो में जो बातें कही हैं उन बातों को पूरा करिए।
This session is going to be interesting also because the new Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan also begins his stint as Rajya Sabha chairman. The Prime Minister welcomed him in the Rajya Sabha and spoke about his journey. However, leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, brought up his predecessor, Jagdeep Dhankar's sudden exit. This prompted a quick rebuttal from Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju. Watch the war of words.
I hope you will not mind that I am constrained to refer to your predecessor's completely unexpected and sudden exit from the office of the chairman Rajya Sabha, which is unprecedented in the annals of parliamentary history. I was disheartened that the House did not get an opportunity to bid him a farewell. Regardless, I wish him, on behalf of the entire opposition, a very healthy life.
खड़गे जी, आपका लोकसभा में लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन, आप और आपका चीफ व्हिप जयराम रमेश जी, आप लोगों ने जो हरकतें की हैं, मैं इस सदन में जिक्र करना नहीं चाहता हूं। एक लोकतंत्र में हम एक दूसरे के प्रति सम्मान देना चाहिए। आप बैठिए जी, आप बैठिए। ये तो एलओपी साहब अगर वो विषय से नहीं भटकते तो मुझे कहने का आवश्यकता नहीं पड़ता।
Let's also now tell you about a dog, a rather unusual controversy involving Congress Member of Parliament Renuka Chowdhury. She reached Parliament today with a dog. This unusual companion triggered a debate on protocol, and her analogy between the dog and the MPs made BJP fume. BJP called her act drama and accused her of insulting Parliament. Listen in to what Renuka Chowdhury said.
जानवर को पसंद नहीं करते है ना सरकार। गूंगा जानवर गाड़ी में चले गए तो इनको क्या तकलीफ है? काटने वाला कुत्ता दिखा क्या? इतनी सी तो है, काटने वाले और है पार्लियामेंट में। कुत्ते नहीं।
सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न
कौन सी सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न है?
उसका भी पास बनता है क्या?
अच्छा बना दो, बाकी तो हम क्या बोले, बना दो पास उसका।
Now, the opposition has demanded debates on multiple issues: special intensive revision of electoral rolls, suicides of several booth-level officers, and national security concerns following the Delhi terror attack. While speaking on the demand of opposition, Parliamentary Affairs Minister has asserted that the government is not averse to holding a discussion on SIR, but opposition should not insist on setting a timeline. Well, there's some breaking news coming in at the moment. In fact, top sources have told Times Now that opposition gave 3 options to the government in the Business Advisory Committee meeting, but the government is yet to get back. Let's go across to my colleague Pragya for more on this. Pragya, what are these 3 options that the opposition has cited before the government?
Well, Manav, they have said if you cannot debate SIR, please do a discussion on a broader topic like electoral reform, like further need for electoral reforms. There is urgent need for electoral reforms. And third is, if you need to strengthen the integrity and sovereignty of the country for the democracy, you need to discuss electoral reforms. These are the 3 topics that are broadly discussed by the opposition with Parliamentary Affairs Minister Mr. Kiran Rijiju in Lok Sabha Business Advisory Committee. However, government is yet to get back to them, and in fact this is the reason why they have walked out of the Rajya Sabha today. Mr. Derek O'Brien being the first one. TMC was literally insisting that the debate should start today itself. However, having said that, Mr. Kiran Rijiju has also said that government is not averse to this particular debate, and in fact give us some time. There is a listed business, please undertake that particular business and we will get back to you.
Right.
There are other political parties who have also given some notices and demands of discussion. So basically government is also reaching out to opposition saying we are ready for that. Please don't doubt our intentions of not we will have a debate on electoral reforms.
Okay.
And they also know when there is a debate on electoral reform, SIR will become an integral part of it.
Okay, let's leave it there. Pragya, thanks so much for us with that quick update. Taking across to our guest now, joining us is Syed Zafar Islam, National Spokesperson of BJP. Pattabhiram Komareddy is National Spokesperson of TDP. We have Ashutosh Mishra, Senior Journalist, joining us. But my first question is to Kapil Srivastava, Spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Kapil Srivastava, opposition के जो भी demands हैं और discussions की जो requirements हैं, सब मान लिए जाएंगे सरकार के लिए, लेकिन timeline ना दे, ये सब हो जाएगा कह रही है सरकार. क्या आप आश्वस्त हैं?
देखिए, सरकार पर हम कैसे बिलीव करें, क्योंकि जब कभी संसद का सत्र आरंभ होता है और हम लोग जिस टॉपिक पे बात करना चाहते हैं तो वो पहला नहीं आखिरी बना दिया जाता है. और उसके बाद क्या होता, आपने मणिपुर के अंदर देखा, आपने जब किसान के लिए हित में कानून लेकर के आए थे तो आपने देखा 700 किसानों की मौत हो जाने के बाद जो है यू टर्न लिया इन्होंने. और अभी अगर SIR पे अब बात नहीं होगी तो कब बात होगी, क्योंकि आज तो 4 दिसंबर अब आने जा रहा, उसके पहले जो मौतें हो रही हैं उस पर कैसे बात होगी, उस पे जो समय चाहिए वो कैसे मिलेगा, क्योंकि 1 हफ्ते के समय बढ़ा देने से SIR आपका ठीक ढंग से नहीं हो सकता है. तो हमारी जो दिक्कतें हैं वो लोक मत को बचाने की हैं और इनकी जो दिक्कतें हैं वो लोक मत को लूटने की हैं.
Syed Zafar Islam, respond to that. SIR is a genuine concern because it's an exercise being conducted for 50 crore people currently. We've seen what's happened in Bihar. There are some genuine concerns that we have, say, opposition parties. There's a request from their side that this should happen immediately. What is the issue there?
देखिए, बहुत स्पष्ट बात है.
See, as far as any issues are concerned, they can approach Election Commission. Election Commission is always ready to listen to them, discuss with them, debate with them. TMC representative have recently visited the Election Commission, met the Election Commissioner, Chief Election Commissioner, did discuss with them. Whatever the concern they have was adequately addressed by the Election Commission. Where is the question of this kind of a statement coming from the opposition parties? If you want to discuss, of course, everything can be discussed on the floor of the parliament. But if you want to disrupt the parliament, then nothing can be discussed. In the Business Advisory Committee, we have seen in the past that whatever gets discussed, whatever a big discuss there, and there is a meeting of minds that these are the issues which will be discussed, and the time has been allocated for 10 hours, 20 hours, whatever it is. But once they are on the floor of the parliament, they just want one thing. They want to be seen in the camera that they are disrupting the parliament. If that is the intention of the opposition parties have, they are totally irresponsible behavior. Behavior is so irresponsible that they do not understand that this taxpayers' money, which is being spent to run the parliament, to make some legislation for the benefit of the people of this great country. But unfortunately, all these political parties in opposition space are only concerned about their own benefits, and they
Ashutosh Mishra, it's disruption for the sake of disruption, and it's quite uncanny. On a day when Prime Minister says that there shouldn't be drama, that let's do something constructive, that you have a member of parliament walking in with a dog and saying, "Kaatne wale to andar baithe hain."
Parliament is a place for parley. But the problem we have here is, as the BJP spokesperson was talking about, the MP is going to election commissioner, the chief election commissioner. Now that is the first problem with the opposition. They have questioned his appointment and his attitude. So to expect that he will resolve their issues on SIR is ridiculous. And when Mr. Narendra Modi speaks about drama, I think it is he who is performing the drama as a defense mechanism of a guilty conscience.
Sir, can you see these pictures on your screen? I don't know if you can see the screen. We can see a dog inside a car inside Parliament. So is this how attention is going to be sought to the burning issues of the country?
No, you have a Prime Minister who speaks about "Mausam ka maza lijiye" in Delhi, where we are dying of air pollution. And I mean, this is mockery of Indian citizens.
And
the dog you were talking about.
Who is the person creating the Mausam here? Please tell me.
And the dog you are talking about, Renuka Chowdhury, you have got you don't have the whole explanation. It was a stray dog which she met, she picked up while coming during an accident, and it was sent out. So it's a stray dog you bring it into Parliament. Is trying to divert attention from the real burning issues and talking about small things. What she said is her emotional outburst against this high-handedness of a government which is refusing to listen to the people.
If she had not brought this dog, it would not have been diverted. That's the whole point. That's the whole point that we are making.
No,
what is this way of? Is this the way you're going to highlight issues now in Parliament?
Madhav, this is not her personal dog. She has given an explanation.
Well, it's come in her vehicle, sir. It has come in her vehicle.
This is a stray dog.
Pataviram Komareddy. This is not her personal dog. This is a stray dog that she picked up. She brought it in, and the media is diverting issues. Not the member of Parliament.
Madhav, good evening. See, whichever dog it is not correct on Renuka ji's part to bring it into Parliament. And with regards to the remarks she had made, I believe, she is referring to her own party members sitting inside the Parliament because she knows their capabilities very well. Maybe she is referring to her own party members or her own group members because that is what they come for. That is what the Honorable Prime Minister doesn't want in the Parliament. What the Honorable Prime Minister had appealed is, let's have a constructive discussion and a debate, not these kind of dramas in the Parliament. People don't want to see these kind of dramas. It is only because of these kind of dramas that you play in Delhi that you've received such a kind of a drubbing in Bihar, and you had asked the opposition to learn some lessons from the people's verdict and behave responsibly. What is wrong in that? The Honorable Prime Minister made an appeal in a right spirit. But even if they think that even that is not correct and they just want to disrupt the Parliament, they don't want the business to run. Even Kiran Rijiju ji had categorically said that the government is ready to discuss and debate on any issue that the opposition is raising. The government is not running away, but they cannot set the agenda. There are some procedures. There is a business advisory committee. Lot of requests come from various parties. So before the session closes, all these issues need to be accommodated. And the government had clearly said that they are willing to discuss even on election reforms. The NDA is not running away from any issue.
So Ashutosh Mishra, if the government is ready to debate the issues, what is the problem? Why not participate?
And that's exactly what Bhagwat has spoken about. He says that government has hijacked the Parliament. It only wants to discuss things which benefit it, like passing laws. It does not want to discuss things which it is uncomfortable with. You keep talking about Bihar elections and election commission. Bihar government Nitish Kumar government gave 10,000 rupees to women during the model code of conduct being in force. Now, how can you expect such an election commission to be fair to the opposition and hear it out? And when the opposition itself is questioning the intentions of the government,
it's also a fact that, sir, the courts are seized of the matter, including the entire SIR process was before the Supreme Courts. Let us at least have faith in our courts, sir. You could have approached the courts if there is anything that you found amiss in the process. The court itself has come out to say in the past that there is a lot of noise, but not much in terms of hard evidence of misappropriation when it comes to either the voter list or otherwise.
You know, there are two things we have to understand, that the courts only consider the facts put before it, and that too mostly by the government. And
why is opposition parties not approaching with facts?
Many times, if you just let me complete, Madhav, and many a times the Supreme Court itself has said that there are many matters which should be considered by the Parliament and not by the court. And this election commission, the selection
no,
of
the not in the case of SIR. No, Ashutosh. They may have said it in other contexts, not in the context of SIR. But anyway, let me put this question across to Sai Zafar Islam. Why were those 10,000 rupees given? That was dole, that was given out during the election, something that the election commission should have stopped. And that's one of the reasons that opposition parties feel that the election commission is not fair, says Ashutosh Mishra. Your response, Sai Zafar Islam.
First of all, Ashutosh Mishra ji must understand that government elects a political party for 5 years. When they are in power for 5 years, and within that 5 years, they can take any decision which is for the upliftment of the society, as affirmative action for the welfare of the people of that particular state. Having said that, they are within their means. They have done it. The government had only discharged their responsibilities with. And 10,000 was not a dole, it is something which was given to them, and the other 2 lakh once they qualify for it, they will get another 1,90,000. But it is something which is part of the budgetary provision was made to distribute this 10,000 rupees. It is not that kind of a statement they are making outside the parliament, outside the assembly, and making the statement, leader of opposition, that they will give 30,000, they will give X number of X thousand, 1 lakh. So many statements have been made, but we didn't make this as an issue because they were making this statement before the election. Likewise, when we were in the government and we were only discharging our responsibilities, how can election commission can stop us? When people have elected us and we are in the government, we are only discharging our responsibility. There is a budgetary provision to distribute 10,000. So we have just done this welfare scheme for the upliftment of the marginalized section and the women's from the marginalized section of the society. Secondly, in this parliament session or earlier parliament session, our intention has been very, very clear that we want to discuss, we want to debate. We want every single party should participate in the debate, and MPs from all the political parties must discharge their responsibility because they have been chosen, elected to represent the people's aspirations.
Ashutosh, so it was within the ambit of law. I hope that answers your question. Also, it's a fact that opposition parties have made representations in the past to the Election Commission. I think about 2 days ago, we had the TMC delegation visit the Election Commission, and we saw that meeting also happen. So where is the question of Election Commission not listening to opposition political parties, Ashutosh?
So one thing before I answer your question is that if I remember correctly, in 2007 in Tamil Nadu elections, the state government tried to do something similar to what Nitish Kumar was doing, and at that time the Election Commission had stopped it from implementing such a scheme. So this is a flimsy excuse of breach of model code of conduct by the ruling party, which I have a serious problem with. And we keep talking about the Election Commission again and again, and TMC approaching. In case of Election Commission, the very selection of a suspect, because now it is done by the Prime Minister and Home Minister, who outnumber the leader of opposition.
Sir,
so
earlier the government used to issue notification, there wasn't even a panel. And let me also tell you that the model code of conduct when it comes to effect, certainly no government policy can be changed. But of course, if there are schemes which are ongoing or have been announced before that, then at that point of time, those policies are allowed. That's my understanding of the electoral laws as they exist. But you'll have to leave it there. Syed Zafar Islam, Pattabhiram Komareddy, Ashutosh Mishra and Kapil Srivastava. We'd like to thank all you gentlemen for joining us this evening.